Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Monday, January 27th, and you are kicking it with Kicks. Today, we're doing something a little bit different. I know I'm typically known for doing unboxing of action figures, toys, other types of collectibles like that, as well as streaming my favorite video games like Smash Brothers, retro games, and stuff like that. But another thing that I'm known for is working in tech. So I've worked on agencies and a couple different client and corporations where we deal with tech, and I wanted to go through something very interesting that I came across, I think, about a week or two ago, and it is the ySky phone timer lockbox. And the reason why I'm getting into this is if you're anything like me, you may suffer from a little bit of phone addiction and having way too much screen time. And something for me, a personal problem that I have is, second screening when I'm either watching TV or especially when I'm laying in bed, and trying to, well, I should be trying to get back to sleep, but I get in this infinite scroll of, either looking at different articles, YouTube videos, or whatever else, things like that. So I decided to pick up one of these phone timer lock boxes. So this is the ySky phone timer lock box, where you pretty much you put your phone in there, you set a specific time, and then you can't unlock it. So what I'm going to effort to do is pretty much every night at 10 or 11, I got to set a specific time. I'm going to start setting my phone into this lockbox, before I go to bed, or like as I'm starting to go into bed, so that I don't have access to my phone, and then I can get a little bit more restful sleep, spend more time, with my wife, and also, enjoying whatever else it seems that we tend to sort of watch, whether it's shows like Dexter and other types of things like that. So one thing I do want to point out is that I did shift the mat for unboxing over slightly. So I'm about a foot over from where the mic typically is. So let me know how the audio is. I'm not sure how much it's picking up from this distance. I know probably next weekend I'm going to be shifting the boom arm to this side so that it hangs, closer to my overhead camera right over here. But in the meantime, we'll make do with what we have, and we will get right into it. But before we do, I'm going to go ahead and get my handy dandy unboxing gloves on. We can take a closer look at the phone timer lockbox. And I just picked this up off Amazon. I don't have the price, but if you shoot me a message or check out the comments, I will likely be listing this onto the description at some point in time. But let's take a look at this ySky phone timer lockbox. You can see that, again, it has that clear top and then the timer right over here. And then right on the bottom there, phone timer lockbox. And it looks like it's compatible with iPhone, Samsung, Sony, Huawei, and probably most smartphones. There is no labeling on any of these sides, but there is a bit of basic labeling on the very back. So you have your specs over here that cover the different types of charging ports and just like the setting times and the general dimensions. And then inside, it looks like it has a USB-A with USB-C connector, as well as the user manual. So this is the clear, white and clear one. I believe that there's like a wood version of it as well. But you can, again, revisit this video in future, and I will have some type of description, maybe an affiliate link or something like that, that links to the actual Amazon product over here. So let's go and cut this bad boy here. One more over here. Put that off to the side, and we will eject this bad boy right now. I'll go ahead and just toss this off to the side. And then let's take a look. Just a foam cover, nothing special on the top. And we could already see the product in the tray. ySky. You have 5 buttons over here, and we'll take a look at the instructions as well, so we can see exactly what what the features are and stuff like that. But let's get it out. Okay, this is all foam packaging that I can just toss into the recycling. And I think this is it. Let's go ahead and take these things out. My wire, some instructions, more instructions here. Set the product off to the side for now. And let's take a look. Phone timer lockbox. Read these instructions carefully before using. Again, these are the exact same specs that were listed on the back of the box. And then now we could talk about the basic functions of the actual unit. So you have your lock status, your timer, your lock countdown, your hour settings, minute settings on these two respective rows, status indicator light, a lock cancel button, and a charging indicator light. And on the other side are the basic instructions in terms of how to set everything up. So let's set this aside, and we'll take a look at the product and then actually go ahead and see if we can get a little demo going. So this here is your standard Amazon promotion kind of card over here. So we'll set that off to the side as well. And then as mentioned on the packaging, it does have a USB-A to USB-C or something that's packed in here. So there you go, USB-A to USB-C. And I wonder if we have to actually power this here. Well, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and first take a closer look at the lockbox itself. So it looks like it's a generic product, but the brand is ySky, so they have their sticker right over here. You have a clear top, which just allows you to open and close that there. All this ventilation over here so your phone doesn't overheat. And it does have some text over here. Lock. I don't know if you can see that. Lock my phone, lock my dream. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but sure. Over here, you have, again, that display to set the timer. The first row, as mentioned, are for the hours. The second row is for the minutes, and then the actual lock mechanism there. Looking at the bottom, it looks like there is the USB-C port right over here. And I'm not sure what that bottom piece is, and there's nothing on the instructions. So we'll see what that does. And then on the bottom, you do have a little open port so that you could still charge your device while it's in here. So just do a quick size check. So this is the Samsung Galaxy S23, not the Pro or Ultra or anything higher than that. It's just a stock model. And this is the OtterBox Defender case. I think that's the highest case that they have or whatever. But we can go ahead and looks like that fits right into the lockbox. And I still have access to the charging port on the bottom over here. So to show you that let's actually test this cable that we have. So we'll go ahead. We will plug this USB-C cord into the charging port, and then we will take the phone, put it in the lockbox. Oops. Getting my wires crossed here, literally. And then there you go. So the phone, as you can see, fits in the lockbox with that charging port exposed. So as you have it locked, it could still be charging overnight, which is handy. And I think that is it. But let's figure out how to actually set this up now that we have it all plugged in. So put the phone or thing into the box. Okay. Let's see here. I wonder if this needs to be powered first and foremost at all times. I'm going to go ahead and say yes. And what we'll do is we'll use my USB power bank here because I don't have a USB-C plugged in at the current time, but this is my Anker 20,000 milliamp portable battery, which is probably over 10 years old. I think I got this when I got my Nintendo Switch. but it still holds up to this day. It is a brick, and you have two USB-A ports, and then you also have a USB-C port to get anything charging. All you need to do is press this button, and then when those LEDs light up, then you know that it is pushing power out. So what we'll do is we'll actually take the wire out of the phone, and then we will take the male USB-A end and toss this into the power bank. And there you go. That's here. We'll press it one more time to make sure that it's pushing the power out. And then the second thing we will do is plug it into the USB-C port on the actual lockbox itself. There you go. So now lockbox is powered. And now let's take a look at the instructions to figure out how do we actually lock the phone in the box. So hold on. This. Okay. And let's see here. Step 1, put the phone or thing into the box. That is already done. Turn on box by clicking the lock button one time. So close that. It says to press, this is the lock button right here. So we're going to press it one time. All right, so the LED screen booted up. Set time. The max is 99 hours and 59 minutes. And then double click the lock button to lock. The box will lock automatically when 10-second countdown ends. So let's go ahead and do a 1 minute test just to see if this actually locks. So again, we're going to press it once. We're going to go up to 1 minute. See that there? And then one minute, and then it says double click to lock. Now that LED just turned red, and let's see here. The status light turns red. Okay, and I heard some type of lock mechanism, and there you go. So now this actually locked. The lock mechanism over here just engaged, and it says in the instructions, oh, looks like it's turned off. Oh, never mind. That was just a notification. Note, you can click the lock button once to cancel and unlock the settings during the countdown process, but the countdown process has already expired. So looks like it's going to be locked for the next little bit. I only set it for a minute, but again, I can't open this up. Looks like there's 17 seconds left, and you can actually see the countdown on the bottom there. And it says that the presence of low indicates the battery is too low and needs to be charged. The lockbox will automatically unlock when the time is up. The status indicator light will be green for a few seconds with the unlock sound. So I heard the lock mechanism engage or disengage rather, and then I saw that green light go up. So this should be open now. And there you go. The phone is unlocked. So it says that the charging indicator is blue. The blue light is always on when charging and will be off when fully charged. So let's try that one more time for anyone else. As mentioned, this is to help with controlling screen time and something that I want to be using at night to help me, disengage, reduce my screen time and unplug. So that top is now closed. I'm going to go ahead and hit the lock button over here. Set it to 1 minute. I'm going to press this twice. Now the lock is engaging. So there's a 10-second countdown, and then there was a little bit of a whir when you hear the lock mechanism engage. There you go. I just heard it right now. And now this cannot be opened until this countdown is over. So it's currently set again to 1 minute. You see the 50 the seconds counter over here, but otherwise that is it. Now there also is a film that's on the top of this thing, and I'm just going to figure out, I think I can just peel it off like this. There you go. And so this film, protective film, comes off, and then this is supposed to just give you the ability to at least still kind of touch the screen and see time, and maybe just be able to take a look at a couple different, notifications and stuff like that. So you can kind of use it, but you won't necessarily get full access to your camera and I guess like all the features that you need. So let's see, and looks like there's about 5 seconds left, and should disengage shortly. There you go. So the lock just disengaged. It just flashed green to show that it is unlocked. And now I can take my phone out. So there you go. And that is the lockbox. So as mentioned, this is something that I picked up to help, reduce and control my screen time. I'm going to be putting this pretty much on my nightstand table and replacing, instead of having my charger at the bedside, it'll be this lockbox. And then, at my bedtime, anytime between 10 and 11, I'm going to go ahead and take my phone, toss it into the lockbox, set this, for I guess like 8 hours or so that, once I get into bed, I am not looking at my phone, touching my phone or anything like that, and really only just grabbing it, for the next morning. So that pretty much is it, I think, for the ySky. Really quickly before we wrap the stream up, let's take a look at the dimensions. So in regards to the size and how much this is going to take up on your counter space or your nightside table or anything like that, it does measure in at 7.5 inches in length and just about 4 5/8 or 6/8 in width. And then finally, this height is just shy of an inch. So it doesn't take up too much. Doesn't take up too much space. Otherwise, again, the build quality seems pretty simple, like a very thin kind of plexi, top, regular, black molded plastic here with a series of air vents that are around for the airflow. The opening over here to ensure that you can still charge your device while it is locked up. And then there's this little mushroom peg over here that you can see, which goes into this port. And then once it is in here, and then you set all your timing with the buttons over here, then that engages the lock mechanism right over here. You can also tell that it's charging because there is a blue LED on this side, and it turns red when it's locked and green when it's unlocked. And then finally, this is the USB-C charging port because it is a powered port just to power the lock mechanism over here. And in regards to the timing, again, listed on the specs over here, it has a working time of 30 days and a standby time of 90 days and charging time of 4 hours. So all the specs, again, are listed over here. They're also listed on the packaging of the device, and you can find it on Amazon. So we will check in a couple weeks once I get some use out of this and see how it goes. And I think that is it. But until next time, this is again the ySky phone timer lockbox, something that I picked up to help control my screen time and get a more restful sleep. So if you are looking for a way to kind of wean off, either playing through apps and infinite scroll and stuff like that, this may be something you want to consider. But like I said, just stay tuned for future streams where I talk about how I'm progressing through the phone control. Also for new unboxing of action figures, collectibles, toys, and even retro games and more Smash Brothers gameplay and stuff like that. But until next time, we will see you on the next one. Peace.